tell if I'm live or not. Might be live. I'm live because people are watching me. Good morning, everybody. Give me a sec here. This didn't load up on Facebook for some reason. How's everybody doing this morning? Thank you, Kim. Caught my pants down this morning. Facebook's terrible for live streams. Double check here again. Bear with me, guys, as usual. Just trying to double check that I'm on. I know I'm on YouTube now. Nice and prepared. Okay. All right, the hell with Facebook. I'll try and figure that out after. And go live, Facebook. Fine, view on Facebook. Have I mentioned today that I hate Facebook? They should stay out of video because they're not good at it. It's Friday and I'm cranky. I'm good, Kim. I'm just kidding. I'm not that cranky. Good morning, Krista. Give me a split second, guys. I want to try and get this on Facebook here. I don't know why it's not doing it. I just have to share it, I guess. If I can find it. There we go. And I will share to Facebook, since Facebook's not working the other way. There we go. And I will share to Facebook. And I'll also turn the volume down so I don't have to listen to myself. Right on the ball today. Okay. Let's do this, like 3-4 minutes in now. All right, guys, welcome. Sorry for the delay getting started there. Special Friday edition of our live stream. It's a beautiful day in Toronto. Crazy temperatures here this week. It's actually going up to like 35 degrees today, if I'm not mistaken. So it's going to get pretty hot in here over the next 60 to 90 minutes because I have the air conditioner turned off since it's loud. But nothing really pre-planned today, just very general Q&A. I had a bunch of people actually mail in or email and leave comments of questions that they wanted answered, and so I'll be going through some of those and hopefully taking some of your questions as well if you have any. So just kind of a open session. Appreciate you all coming out. But yeah, good question, Krista. How's everybody's growth in their channels? Happy, not happy? I know, Krista, you're very happy. Yours is doing exceptionally well. This is the time to be doing the push, guys, because in probably the next 30 days or so, it's going to slow down a bit, I think, for everybody. Just because people cannot wait to get outside and things seem to be reopening a little bit. And so my expectation is that it's not going to. I'm sorry, I'm still messing with Facebook. Boys, please don't. Yeah, I've been watching yours, Kim. It is going up, like you say. It's probably slower than you want it to be, but ooh, we're live on Facebook. Only 7 minutes too late. Too much work here. All right, you know what? Piss off, Facebook. Sorry, everyone. I just went live on Facebook, and just like the other day, it posted it as I'm selling something. So I'm done with Facebook. Anybody watching on Facebook, the link is in the Facebook news feed. Click on the link and it'll take you over to YouTube, where it will play much better. So we will leave it at that. All right, so let's get into some questions and see how this goes here. See if anybody shows up today. Boys, stop it. So I'll run through a few that I had come in here first, and if anybody has questions or has comments on questions, let me know. Good morning, Rhoda. But fire away. You guys can feed me the subjects today. So first question I had the other day was from Elaine Paradise. Elaine usually does frequent the live stream. She might be here today, I'm not sure. If you guys haven't already, I'm gonna throw, Elaine's got a really nice channel actually, Body by Paradise. Just threw the link in the comments there, and she's very new. She just started in January, but seen a lot of improvements to her channel over the last couple of months. I've worked with her a little bit. Her video quality has improved significantly. She started doing workouts outside, which is very pretty. But her question is, how do YouTube lives potentially benefit your channel? Which is actually a really good question. Good morning, Sharon. We have discussed this a little bit, Elaine, but YouTube lives benefit your channel for two reasons as far as fitness content goes. First and foremost, watch time. If your goal is to monetize your channel, you can significantly increase your watch time with live streams. The average live stream I've had anywhere from 40 hours of watch time to 130 hours of watch time from one single live stream within 24 hours. That's like the first 24 hours. You'll get a little bit of trickle residual after that. Live streams don't usually last very long after the live event itself, but you get a big, wallop of watch time, which helps you get that 4,000 hours of watch time up, because as we've discussed, you need 4,000 hours of watch time in 365 days in order to get monetized. That's in addition to 1,000 subscribers. Additionally, I do believe that when you are doing live streams, that it actually, you surface more. There's not as many live streams as there is general content on YouTube. Like when I had one live stream that exploded one day, not in the actual live stream itself, but afterwards. I was getting all kinds of watch time, but I think it shows up. YouTube's got a whole section with live streams, and it's got things that are live in that moment and things that are recently live, and I think I must have fallen into that, which exposed my channel to a ton of people, and upped the watch time a lot. So it's a great chance for exposure, and more than anything else, I think it's a great way to develop a community. Up until December, I was a talking head, and I used to put out videos talking everything about YouTube, but it wasn't until then that I started doing these live streams where I got to know a lot of you. I got to hear about problems you're having, which has actually helped me with content. And it wasn't until December that this channel started actually making money through, again, people meeting me, talking to me privately, helping with some services and products and things like that. So those would be the big two. Is number one, I think, is watch time. Number two, in the long-term, community development, which will help you. And from a content creation standpoint, there's no post-production required. You basically set yourself up with a live stream, you go live, and then you're not live, and it's done. So it's not like you're going to be spending 5-6 hours on a Friday evening editing a video. So it's a great way to up your content without upping the workload, because I know a lot of you are, you have jobs in addition to doing this. So those would be my big three. There are a couple of videos that I'll post as well referring to this, but those are my big three, is basically watch time, community development, and what the heck was the last one I said? Watch time, community development, and something else. Rewind it back. My brain is, I got some, get some coffee into me. Watch time, community development. There was something else anyway, I can't remember. It's Friday, guys. That's what you're gonna get. Sharon did a live yesterday. Oop. What's going on here? Oh, that's what my problem is. I'm not even on the right thing. There we go. This is better. I am not awake yet. Did a live yesterday and got a lot of watch time. You've always suggested, Regan, sorry, spelled your name wrong. Where'd you spell my name wrong? Oh, there in the top. Okay, that's okay. Sharon, Sharon, I actually jumped in your live stream for a few minutes yesterday. I was at a stoplight when I checked it, so I was only on there for about 20 seconds, but you were doing like a simulcast with somebody else, if I'm not mistaken. But that's great. And again, this is especially for you because you've been putting a lot of time into producing videos. Try doing this as something regularly for the next, maybe 6 weeks or so, and just watch those analytics and see if it kind of helps things spark. Look at your watch time, look at your subscribers and things like that. It could be a really good thing for you. So that's great. Rapfit from Thailand. Good morning, sir. This will be your first live stream, I believe. 9 p.m. in Thailand. Wow. It's too bad. I don't know what I'm trying to find these sweet spots for. We've always done these live streams Wednesdays at 10 a.m. But I've got people in Australia now that aren't able to see it, and it's hard to balance it out because we're getting such a diverse group of people. I don't know if I should be doing an evening one sometime or what. May have to come down to that. Sharon, how come comments don't stay after the live is over? I Google it and it seems like it's common. Are you talking about the live chat, Sharon? If you edit your video whatsoever, I learned this on my first live stream. If you edit your video at all, you'll lose your live chat. So don't do that. Like even if it takes you a couple minutes till it gets to the workout and you trim that off the front before you post it, that will remove your live comments. There is a way, I'll see if I can find the link and send it to you, but there is a way you can revert that back. It'll take a day or two. And it'll go back to the original raw live stream, and that will give you back your comments, I believe. But that is a problem that, yeah, and it's nice, especially when you're interacting with to me, these live streams, when I started doing them, without the comments coming down the side, it just doesn't make as much sense. I don't know how much interaction you were doing with people who are watching the video, but definitely if you think it is taking away from the video not having those comments, there is a way to get it back. Because I had to do it myself off the first one. And since then, that's why usually, today being the exception, I try, I've always got my little graphic up and I try within 60 seconds of going live to be into the video because I don't want to have to trim or edit anything off. But my first video, I think it was like quite a few minutes before I got my stuff together. So you didn't edit it. I'm not sure then. I'm not sure what would have happened there. Unless if you've got it turned off or something like that, check your settings. That's never happened to me unless, as I said, like I went in and tried to trim the video up or something. Just as soon as you're done, save it and it should stay there. Rapfit. How do you think about psychology to do a channel? Can you be more specific with that? Let me know and I'll answer it. Just psychology has a lot to do with it. I'm just not sure what specifically you're referring to, but you let me know and we'll get into that. Case applies. When you make it in the evening in Austria, can't see it. So either Australia or Austria. Yeah, I guess you're 6 hours ahead, right? In Austria? Maybe I'll just have to do multiple live streams. I'll do one evening one and one morning one or something. Or I'll just do them daily and I'll just pick different times. It was there till the live was over, thanks. Yeah, I'm not sure, Sharon. The psychology about fitness. I mean, again, I'm still not sure exactly what, I'm not sure exactly what you're referring to, but when you're setting up your channel, again, psychology is a huge part of it because you're dealing with real people with real problems. And, you know, I usually recommend to people to niche down, to really get specific to the point where you're speaking to a smaller group of people. There's nothing better, you know, if you're somebody who's looking to lose weight or somebody who's looking to get back in shape or any of those things, that when you watch somebody and it sounds like they're talking directly to you instead of somebody who's just talking to masses and you don't really connect. When you can connect with somebody on an emotional level, that's when they subscribe. That's when, you know, that's when the connection is made and you get them into your community and build upon that. And that requires niching down. You know, it requires finding something that's very specific that speaks to a small group of people, whether it's people with certain injuries, whether it's people, you know, you're just doing a specific type of genre of training like kettlebell or sandbag or dumbbells or yoga or Pilates. You know, finding things that make you different and that emotionally connect with people, because fitness is is not an analytical sale. It's an emotional sale. You know, people don't look for workouts for entertainment purposes. They look for workouts because something is bothering them about themselves and they want to exercise. So being able to connect at an emotional level is going to help your channel grow better. I don't want to say grow faster, because you can do all kinds of little like for like stuff and chase people around to get quick subs, but you're not building a community because they're not actually paying attention. So that would be my feelings towards that. Yeah, I know, Sharon. I don't have much of a life. Trying to find that balance. All right, so while I'm waiting for any other questions to come up, I'm going to jump into another one here from the mailbag. Next one we have is Karen Joanna. And Karen has KJ Fitness, which she just popped into her first live stream, I believe, not that long ago, like maybe a week or two ago. But she had a couple questions here. There's a link to her channel. If anybody wants to check it out, it's KJ Fitness. And her first question is, in one of your previous videos, you mentioned something about tagging brands that you regularly use in the videos. How do I tag brands? Do you mean in the description of the video? Do I use hashtags? Should I tag more than one brand at a time? Okay, so in YouTube, you can't really tag brands. I mean, I guess you can mention them in there. You can mention links to their thing, but this is usually like anytime I've tagged brands, this is the very few times that I will use Facebook or Instagram to promote my workouts. Typically, I don't do that. I don't recommend it unless there's brand money at stake. So what I will do, if I'm trying to get the attention of a brand, and this has actually got me brand deals. If I'm using a product, for example, like a sandbag, I'll do a sandbag workout, and I will, when I post the workout, I'll make sure that the thumbnail has a good shot of the logo of that product. Not in your face, but just, you know how you'll see it in the beer commercials where they're drinking the beer and the label's facing out? I make sure the label's facing out in my thumbnail so it's a good shot of their product. In the description, I will put down my sandbag with a link to where they can get it. And then when I go over to whether it be Instagram or Facebook, or in many cases both, that's where I will tag them in the post. And I will put something on a more personal level, like, you know, with YouTube, I tend to stick to the workout breakdowns and stuff like that. But with this, I will actually with this, I'll actually post it and put something more like, got up early yesterday morning, decided I was well overdue for work, for a workout. Grabbed my Core Effects sandbag and blah, blah, blah. Really enjoyed it. I love the functional training of sandbags, yada, yada. I don't get into like kissing the butt of the brand, but I mention them. I'm very subtle about it. I mention them so they can see it. They see the brand there. It's basically, it's baiting them a little bit. And in some cases, it's been ignored. In other cases, they'll share it on their social media, and then suddenly you'll see a boost in views on the product, on the video. And then in other cases, they'll contact me, they'll promote my channel, and then best case scenario, a deal comes out of it to do a certain amount of videos with their products, or they'll send me new products as well. So all of those things have happened from that. It's kind of like fishing, and it doesn't happen every time. I don't think you should blitz people with product posts and stuff like that. But if you can find a nice natural way to to do it once in a while, it's a great way to get attention. Again, worst case scenario, you get some. Worst case scenario, nothing happens, or you get some residual views and subscribes, and you might get some free product, and you might get a brand deal. So that's basically my thoughts on that. And no problem, Sharon. I always try to jump in on people's things. I would have left a comment, but the light turned green. So, but you know me, I'll always commend any of you guys for trying some new stuff. None of us, even me with this channel, I don't think I'm so big yet that I can't try some new things and see how they work. I mean, this is really the testing phase where you're kind of figuring out what works, what doesn't, and you slowly get rid of what doesn't, and you implement what does. So, no, keep at it. Rhoda, if you've already discussed this in detail somewhere else, disregard, but if not, can you talk about shorts and if you see it as a way to drive traffic to fitness specifically? Thanks. Rhoda, I have talked about it a few times. A few people have asked about it, but I have no problem talking about it again. The easiest answer to that is I really don't know where I stand with shorts. There are people who have seen who've seen real hits of growth on their channel. Typically, it's more views than subscribes, but a lot of people have posted them and not seen anything work at all with those. It's worth trying. If you haven't tried it before, I think it's worth trying just to get it out of your system and see what your experience is with it. I tried it with one video, and it bothered me from the second I was doing it because I'm very specific with how I want to lay out my fitness channel. And when I start just throwing up random 30-second clips, to me, it was just throwing things off a bit. And so, what am I hitting here? Oh, it's that. Test. No. But yeah, so I ended up taking it down after a few days. It had 300 or 400 views on it, but it wasn't any different than any other video I posted on my channel. It didn't explode or anything. And I don't think I totally believe in it. I believe that some people have seen, surges in watch time and views and stuff on it, but I don't think it's a way to build a brand style channel. I think it's a way to maybe not get some views. That's about as much as I can say about it. Yeah, it's just, I know there's people that are using it. And again, this is YouTube's way of trying to compete with TikTok with those short form videos. But, and I guess it works good on mobile, but you have to make sure that you film it either with your phone or you crop it like that perpendicular phone crop. There's a lot of little extra things to do with it. And again, I just think sometimes it throws off the feel of your channel. And again, me personally, I want my fitness channel to very much feel like a fitness TV channel. That's kind of how in my head I look at it. So if I just start throwing out random 30-second clips all the time, like I'm more liable to do like a 2-minute tutorial, but I'll film it nice and I'll post it, and to me, my lane is people with smart TVs and laptops. I'm not really going after the phone people. So that's just my opinion, though. A lot of people would probably say do it, and I'm saying do it too. Try it and see what happens. That would be my. A client sent me a speed up workout, and it's so funny when she goes down planks 3 times through. Thought I'd try with that. Yeah, give it a shot. Give it a shot and see. Who knows? Because you can compare it to your other videos that you have up, and it might get you a little surge. It might not. If it doesn't do anything, just delete it and stick to whatever your original plan is. It's hard because we're always looking for ways to fast track the growth a little bit, but sometimes if it's to the detriment of the quality of your channel, it may not be worth it. Thanks, Sharon. You have a good day. Africa Pop Fitness, good morning and welcome. Glad you made it. All right, so if you guys have any questions or comments, make sure you jump in there. I'm gonna go on to the next question, also from Karen Joanna of KJ Fitness. The link to her channel, if you guys want to check it out, is up in the comments there. I'll actually post it again. This is the reason to ask questions, guys, because I'll actually call it your channel and give you a little plug. So that's KJ Fitness's channel. If anybody wants to check it out, it's actually quite nice. Excuse me, but don't leave this channel until I'm done. So Karen's second question, when posting videos, you get to choose category for your video. I've chosen people and blogs for mine. Is this correct? Does it really matter what category I use? I'm gonna go out on a limb and say I don't think it matters. I've read a lot of stuff that says it doesn't matter in 2021. I use, I think I use how-to with mine, like education and how-to, but I really don't think it matters. I think it's just a very broad way for YouTube to try and filter your video into the right categories. But depending, if your stuff is very much follow along workouts, I would probably put it more in education and how to, but that's not proven to be any better than what you're doing. I have a feeling it doesn't matter, but that's my opinion. If you're doing more vlog type stuff and personal experiences and stuff like that, definitely keep it in a blog. All right. On to the next question. Matt from UK. Matt from UK, what would you say is the single biggest mistake overall that you see people make on their YouTube channels? Good morning, Elaine. You're late. Do 20 push-ups. We answered your question, Elaine. You're the first one. You'll have to go back and watch after. So back to Mac's question. What would I say is the single biggest mistake overall that I see people make on their YouTube channels? To me, it's, again, depending on what your purpose is for it, failure to run your YouTube channel like a business. If I were to really give you a broad statement on that, Aesthetics Muscles, good morning. Is that Frank Zane in your picture? Definitely from the era of bodybuilding I like. Drea Blake 42, hello, I'm thinking of starting a fitness channel, but I'm not yet certified as a personal trainer. Should I wait until I get my certification before starting the channel? So I'll go back to Matt's question in a second. I want to prioritize people that are here. Drea, I think you can start. It depends on how far apart you are from getting your certification. You should have your certification if you're giving advice. If you have no intention of getting a certification, and I'm just speaking randomly here, you should have some sort of disclaimer which lets people know that you're not a personal trainer, you're a fitness enthusiast, and these are just your opinions, and that sort of thing, because that's just a liability issue there. Definitely if, I am a certified trainer, but there's certain exercises I avoid because I'm not, you're not gonna see me do a yoga video just because I'm certified as a trainer. So I try and stick to the niches that I know, which is more functional training and like general health and fitness, dumbbells, that sort of thing. So short answer is, I think you can start. And like, if you know that you're going to be certified within the next 90 days, just start. You have a general disclaimer. You don't have to say you are or are not a trainer. And then once you're a trainer, you can start adding CPT to your videos if you want, and kind of have that out there. 80% of the people on YouTube are not certified. I don't agree with that, especially because some of them are giving really poor advice. But if you have a very strong knowledge base of training, because to be totally honest, I know a lot of trainers who are horrible trainers, but they have that 2-day certification. So it doesn't make or break you. But from a liability standpoint, I think you should have your certification. If you know you're going to have it in the next 2 or 3 months, I think it's safe to start now. And just, once you get it, get it as quickly as you can, and then you've got it there. And that way, you've got, I know how to, it's the same as driving a car. There's people with their license that are terrible drivers. There's people that probably don't have a license who aren't bad drivers. So that would be my advice with that, is feel free to start. And I think right now is a great time to start, because it is going to get a little quieter on YouTube, I think, until the fall. Probably you've got about 30 days left. Then it's going to get quiet for July and August. People are going to be running outside because it's summer and because things are reopening post pandemic. But start playing around some videos, get them up there, and because it'll help you get some of the kinks out of your production as well. Because your first 50 videos you're probably going to hate. That's just standard with everybody. So my short answer is yes, get certified. My extended answer is, if you know that date you're getting certified, you can start now if you know it's pretty close. So hopefully that helps a little bit. Priya Film Studio, don't want any certification, start a YouTube channel. Yeah, I think what Priya's saying is you don't need it, and you don't need it, but you should have it. It's good to have it. So jump back to Matt's question. Matt's question was, single biggest mistake overall that you see people make on their YouTube channels. As I mentioned, failure to run it like a business. I see, to give like an example as far as perspective goes, when I used to own a gym not that long ago, and when I owned a gym, I didn't have a big picture of myself on the sign. I had a logo for my gym. I didn't open when I felt like it and then close when I felt like it. I had specific hours. And a lot of this is the same with YouTube. People just kind of get random with YouTube. They post 5 million pictures of themselves. They call the channel their name. They don't really put any time into the aesthetics of it, and they don't really put a lot of time into the production of the content. So if you're doing a channel, find a good brand name for it. And to go a little farther on this, it wouldn't hurt to pick a name for your channel that also has a domain, like a website that's available, or an Instagram handle that's available, all those things in case you want to broaden the brand and use other forms of social media and stuff like that, and websites. Because in time, that's where you would like to go. I mean, ideally, we all should have websites with membership platforms, and we're selling directly to our own website. You don't want to be dependent on YouTube. Have a good quality logo. Have a nice banner on your YouTube page. Make sure your thumbnails are good. Make sure all the aesthetics are just pristine, because on YouTube, there's tons of competition, just like anywhere else. So, and I'm bad for this myself, but consistently post at a certain time. Like, make sure you're not just randomly posting. I mean, again, I'm the pot calling the kettle black right now, because I posted my first workout video in 6 weeks yesterday. So I've been far behind in doing that, because I've been running 2 channels, and then I've got this agency that I run, which has been super busy. Not that it's an excuse, but you should try to be every Monday morning, every Wednesday afternoon, or every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, whatever you're going to be doing. Make sure it's consistent so people can kind of set their watch to your brand. So that's really the biggest thing. And even when it comes to branding and trying to make money off your channel, I spoke last week in the live stream. This channel had just hit 1,000 subscribers, and I'm not monetized by the Google AdSense monetization program, but I have been monetized for 5 months now, and I'm averaging about $1,800 a month off of this channel, because I started early and I started developing. I used Buy Me a Coffee, started putting up products and different services, and now I work with a lot of people in this community, people outside of this community, helping them with anything from their channels to their websites to online branding, selling interval timers, like all kinds of stuff like that. And I've had 45 transactions since December. So you should be looking at that now as well. Start planning right now. How am I going to, niche this channel? How am I going to display this channel? How am I going to make it look really nice? Is there going to be a small expense involved? All these little things. So that would be the biggest advice I can give you, is treat it like a business. If your goal is to make money off it, treat it like a business. And don't just leave everything to chance, and don't be taking the shortcuts and like for like stuff, because that doesn't work. Put in the time, make a quality product, and people will come and find a way to monetize it. Everybody's got something special to offer. And I just finished saying a little while ago that fitness is an emotional sale. So, if you have the ability to connect with a certain audience, if you can connect with 10,000 people on YouTube, it sounds like a lot of people, but considering there's whatever it is, 2-3 billion people on YouTube, it's not even 1%. Like, it's such a fraction. But you could make a living off of 10,000 people on YouTube easily, if you set things up and basically start now. Even if you've got 100 people following you, start building it now. Now's the best time to do it. Now's the best time to test things out. There's not a lot of eyeballs on you. Don't depend on friends and family. Don't depend on your Instagram friends. Start building a channel on YouTube and talk to YouTube, and focus on a small audience, and treat it like a business, and start thinking of ways you can monetize it right now. So that's my advice on that. And what did I miss? Oh, no problem, Drea. If you have any other questions about it, you can message me anytime. You can connect with me, buy me coffee, Trainer Hub. You can connect with me, Regan_Rogerson on Instagram. And you can connect with me on email, which I think is also on the main page of the site. And I think it's in most of the descriptions on the videos too. So always happy to try and help you guys. Rhoda, speaking of calling a channel your name, how the heck can I change that? My channel was just personal use for years. I've researched, and it is crazy difficult from what I can tell. Do you have a lot of subscribers right now, Rhoda? Because you might be able to make, your channel may be a personal channel right now, and I would recommend making it a brand channel, which is actually something you change in YouTube. So what you might be able to do is make a channel under a different name that Rhoda Summer actually manages. So you're still able to log in the same way and switch between two accounts. And then again, it really depends. So you're at 76 subscribers. I guess it really depends on if you think you can pull them over to another channel. Aside from that, I don't see why it would be hard. But that might be what it is. If you're set up as a personal channel, then your name it's basically a Google account. It's not a YouTube account. YouTube just happens to be a part of it. So that would be my advice to you. If you can't just go on your main page and change it. I know, I changed my channel name a few times for this channel, but this channel is managed by, I've got 3 accounts. I've got my Trainer Hub Master account, which has nothing on it, and it manages my Trainer Hub workout channel, and it also manages this one. So I think that's what you're probably going to have to do. I do believe, though, there are ways to, I should actually do a video about this. I'm trying to come up with videos for the members sections and stuff, and that would actually be a good one, because it's come up a few times where people have issues trying to switch their channels over to brand channels and stuff. But I think there's a way you can do it that it actually pulls your content and your subscribers over as well. So I'll see if I can find out more about that and do a post about it somewhere. Africa Pop, when is the video of filming a YouTube fitness video going to go live? I had that, and I still do. I had everything set up to go and I got my script and everything ready for that. And while I was setting things up, I got two little puppies here that are running around the room as we speak, and they, one of them decided to jump up, and he knocked over the stand that I had my little cell phone holder on and broke the holder. So I had to order another one, and it just came in a couple days ago. So I've got everything back again now to do that. But I was actually going to do it almost 2 weeks ago. And yeah, it should have been, it's been a year since I did the original one, I think, and I never got to the second one. And if you want to talk about something you should not do, that video, that original one on filming a fitness video, is the most watched video that I have, and I don't have the follow-up video. So you want to talk about making massive mistakes. But my thing is I've overextended myself. This channel grew faster than I thought it would. Initially, this channel was just going to be a play around behind the scenes of shoots and stuff like that. Suddenly, it became a kind of a brand of its own, and then I was trying to keep up with that, keep up with the members that I've got from this channel. And then, of course, with a pandemic going on, all of these companies are looking for ways to reach their audience. And me working in digital marketing, suddenly I'm doing all these other shoots and editing stuff for people. So it just got really hard to balance. But we're getting back on track now, and I do expect that video will probably be the next video that comes up on this channel. So yeah, give me like a week or so and it should come up. Elaine, I'm doing a collab interview with a nutrition coach, friend of mine. Should I do this live even though it will be on a holiday weekend? Yeah, I would do it live, Elaine, because I think the rapport tends to be better, and it doesn't feel as structured, which is a good thing. It feels more like a podcast or something. And also it gives the opportunity for people who are watching to ask questions live, which is really important. So if people are are tuning in, they're able, just like this, like I'm encouraging you guys, in addition to the questions I have on paper here, encouraging you guys to ask me questions. You're feeding me subject matter to talk about. And that's the same thing with you and the nutrition coach. You guys can go over a lot of stuff. You can have an agenda of stuff to cover, but if somebody jumps in and asks this particular question, it may put you guys off on a whole sidebar on something else, which can be a lot of fun, and it just kind of keeps things casual. And I think it's really endearing for your community, and it's a good community building subject. So yes, I would do it live if you've got the gear to do it properly. And yeah, that would be a good idea. And make sure you give yourself a few days of, well, I guess if you're doing it this weekend, at least try and give yourself 24 hours or 48 hours to get word out there so people can tune in for it as well. So, all right. So, fire away, guys, if you have questions. I'm going to go on to the next one here. Do you create a thumbnail placeholder? How does that work? We can, you can, Elaine. Like what I do with these live streams is I use StreamYard. StreamYard has a free version of the platform as well, which you can use. So it's here, I'll put it in the thing. StreamYard.com. I have a membership for mine. That way I don't have the StreamYard logo and stuff on my channel, and I get a higher resolution. But you can use StreamYard, and what you do is you create an account, and you can connect your live stream to both YouTube, Facebook, LinkedIn, like different places like that. So you're actually simulcasting in different places, which increases your audience. So you could send this to your personal Facebook page, or if you've got a Body by Paradise Facebook page, which I think you said you just started. Like every live stream I do, I send it to my Facebook page for Fitness Marketing Hub and to YouTube. Just as a way to increase viewers. But pretty much everybody watches it off YouTube anyway. So that would be the way to do it. And you can set it up, you can schedule it, you can post a thumbnail about it. and then basically it'll just hold it there until the day of, and then you would log in through StreamYard and you would basically go live through there. But there is a video on the channel about doing the live streams, and also you can fire me an email if you have any questions about it, and let me know just what you're thinking on using, if you're using your phone or what have you. But even the setup I've got here is not that expensive, and that's the video that I did was basically how to inexpensively set up a very high quality live stream, which some of my members have actually done, and they're doing really nice live stream work now in addition to all their other workouts. And it's great because there's no editing, which is fantastic. So back to, next question is from Kayla from North Carolina. I've been niching down, like you said, doing all over 40 workouts for the past 5 months, but I'm still not seeing growth. What could I be doing wrong that's hurting me? Where to start? So Kayla's channel, she didn't give me her channel, so I don't know what's on her channel, but just going from what you said, Kayla, and I've talked about this on the channel different times. Personally speaking, I don't think over 40 is a niche. I don't see it as a niche. I know some people think it is, but to me, it's not niche enough. Because if there's nothing proprietary about your programs or your content, I don't understand how you can specify for over 40. And that could be what's hurting you. I mean, again, the content might not be good. It happens. Your content could be tremendous, but they might just be regular workouts. So niching down to over 40 when it's just a regular workout, you're just saying over 40, that does you no good, that does them no good. If you're niching down and you want to get specific with things, get more specific into rehab, like workouts for rehabbing this, workouts for rehabbing that. Think of things that are going on. What's happening right now? A lot of people are crawling out of their caves because the pandemic is slowly starting to dissipate, I hope, and they're all out of shape. I did a workout just yesterday, and I hadn't worked out in a couple of months, so I did a kettlebell workout that focused on flexibility and core stability. Because one thing I've noticed is that I'm just moving slower because of inactivity over the last few months. So, instead of doing kettlebell total body hit blitz thing like that, it's kettlebells for flexibility and core stability, which is basically very key areas that people don't have strong, especially when they've been inactive, focused on that. That to me is more of a niche. Now, whether or not that workout's going to do good or bad, I don't know yet. It just went up. But that to me is more of a niche. So instead of just saying over 40, get specific. And you may be very specific with what you're doing. I don't know. I don't have your channel in front of me. But I'm not a big believer. I've talked about it different times, the over 40 thing. I think I'm over 40, and when you say over 40, to me, it's I don't think I'm old, but you make me feel old. I don't need a special workout because I'm over 40. I know what I'm good. I'm in better shape than a lot of people I know. I know the certain things that affect me, and this is just being a trainer. You learn to understand your body as you get older, and I understand that right now my core is feeling weak and my flexibility has gone down. So you know what? My personal training is doing a lot more flexibility and core work, not to get six-pack abs, but to get stronger in my core, because it's the central function of your entire body. Things like shoulders and arms and all that, I'll get that back together whenever. So that to me is when you get niche down, get more specific. And you may think by the time you're done, you're talking to 5 people, but you know what? Maybe you are talking to 5 people, but that's 5 subscribers. And then next week, do a video that gets 5 more subscribers and start thinking of it from those perspectives. I think that will definitely help you a lot. I've been posting videos at 2 p.m. Monday and Wednesday. However, I don't think that is a good time since people are at work. I might try a different time frame, like 5 p.m. Yeah, it really, I forget, you're in Connecticut, right? Because I don't think you're in a different time frame than me. I kind of stopped trying to do that. A lot of people will say, post your videos on a a Wednesday afternoon, and that way it takes a few hours for it to kind of get into the YouTube algorithm, and it kind of becomes a recommended video to your subscribers by that evening and stuff when the most people are on YouTube. But you can go into your YouTube settings and your analytics, and you can see when your audience is most of them are on YouTube, because that's technically that is what you want, regardless of how much your audience is. If the most of your audience is on YouTube on Wednesdays at 6 p.m., you want your video surfacing to them at 6 p.m. because whether that's 100 views or 1,000 views, you get that quick surge early, then that tells the algorithm that this video's got some merit to it. Like last night's video, I posted it at probably 11 o'clock Eastern time, which I guess for like people on the West Coast, it's 8 o'clock, whatever. But I've seen a lot of success posting videos late. And I don't know if it's people overseas that are watching it, but I've gone to sleep after posting videos and woke up the next morning with like a significant number of views, more than I've seen when I'm trying to do it, based on what the metrics are telling me. So play around with different, don't always try that, Elaine. Try posting one at midnight, try posting one at 10 p.m. at night, try posting on a Friday night. It may or may not work, but at least you'll kind of be able to slowly figure out what's kind of connecting for you. Because yeah, I tried doing the same thing for the longest time, and I've posted at the most inappropriate times and had it work really well. So who knows? Africa Pop, you look real. Thanks. I don't feel great today. All right, so what else we got here? Let's see if we got any other questions. Bear with me, guys. I'm just checking. I got some more here on the channel. If you guys have any questions, fire them away. I'm just, I know I've got some more written down here somewhere. I'm just trying to find them. All right, so here's one. Daniel from Halifax was asking me, how long should my workouts be? That's a pretty easy one to answer. Whatever you think is appropriate. It really depends on the workout itself. The one thing I don't like is those highlight workouts where people will basically do like a 2-minute montage of exercises and then in the description say, do 15 reps of each and do 4 rounds. Like if you're not doing the workout, why are they going to do the workout? And this is more of a personal preference than maybe those people have success with those kind of workouts. What I try and set up with my personal channel, and it's worked for me, is I really kind of market my channel as being very raw in terms of training. Like I don't have music in my workouts. I don't talk my workouts. It's literally me training. All the time cues and stuff are there. The whole premise is you crank up whatever music at home motivates you and do this workout with me, train with me. So it's kind of giving that kind of gym vibe to it. And there's people that thought that it feels like ASMR and stuff like that, but you'll see me get gassed on camera. You'll see me get extremely tired. And I think it does, people kind of connect as a community that way, training with somebody who's also pushing through just like them. And it encourages them to comment, ask questions, stuff like that, because they do feel like they're training with you, as opposed to doing this highlight reel where you're trying to show yourself at your best and expecting to see great success with that. As far as just dealing with the traditional style front start to finish workout, I personally think that 20 to 30 minute range is good. Some people will do 40, 50 minute workouts, but I really try and focus on when I do these workouts, I think a lot about my life and people I know and stuff like that, where it's a lot of people like to train in the morning. They just want to get up and do some, quick blitz of something before their kids get up, before they get ready for work, all those things. And I think 30 minutes is good. I do think, and I've talked to people in the past about, I think it's really good to try and keep the same length of your workouts, because that in itself is a niche. Where if all of your workouts are 20 minutes or all of your workouts are 22 minutes or 30 minutes, whatever that might be, somebody who has just that amount of time every day, because we're all on very tight schedules. All of us, like whether we're actually doing anything or not, we all have schedules where you get up and you're running to the next thing all day long. So you've got 30 minutes for a workout, and then you find a channel that's all 30-minute workouts, that's a niche. That's worth subscribing to, because they know whether they like your workouts or not, it's worth subscribing, because if one pops up that they do like, it fits their time schedule. And I think people make a lot of decisions based on time more so than anything else. So if you keep the workout simple with basic home equipment and you keep it the same all the time, whether it be 20, 25, 30, I think that's really good. I also believe in doing a round format. I think it's good to give people ample time to rest. If you make the workout too hard, they're not going to do it, because most people don't want to train. It is what it is. But the other benefit of having a round format, it allows you, once you're monetized, to add more mid-roll advertisements to your videos. I'm able to put 5 or 6 ads in every one of my videos without disrupting the workout, because I'll program my mid-roll ads to come in during the rest period on the workout. So it's when the person at home is resting, so it's not like they're in the middle of a set and an advertisement pops up. So that actually helps my channel make more money, which is important. So I think 20 to 30 minutes, 3 to 4 rounds, and then you can add your mid-roll ads. It works, I think, on a lot of levels, and that would be my personal opinion on it. Somebody might say otherwise, but that's how I would answer that. Africa Pop Fitness. On average, how long does it take to reach 1,000 subscribers? Were you on last week's live stream by chance? Because I just hit 1,000 subscribers, and basically it was a year. I don't know if that's average though. I don't know what the average would be. I mean, it's going to vary with different channels, but I know it took me a lot. I got to 1,000 on this channel a lot quicker than I did on my workout channel. So it was May 11th of last year. I had 78 subscribers, and I posted. I had a couple videos on the channel before. They weren't relating to growing a fitness channel. So the first video that I posted relating to growing a fitness channel was on May 13th. So. And I had 78 subscribers. And then on May 13th of this year, I was over 1,000. So really, it was about 365 days. And I basically went through all the things that I did and didn't do that I think contributed to growth. A lot of the growth I found started in the fall. So that first 5 or 6 months was fairly slow trickling in. I'm pretty sure when I started this live stream, I think I had under 200 subscribers, and that was in December. So a lot of this happened. I think live stream helped me a lot. Just kind of developing more of a community, I think, helped significantly. But it took me 365 days on my workout channel. I didn't take my workout channel seriously until 2018. And at that point, I was already over 2,000 subscribers. But it was a dormant channel. It didn't have full length, good quality workouts on it. But from December of 2018 until December 2018, I probably had about 2,000 subscribers. And trying to think here. Well, now that channel, what are we, 2021? So 2.5 years, that channel now has 18,000. So that's roughly about 6,000 or 7,000 a year. So really hard to say. I will say, I don't know if Kay's Pilates is still on here or not. It took her about a year to get her first 1,000, and it took her about 2 months to get her second 1,000. So once it starts growing, it grows very quickly. And Krista, if you're on here, you let me know how long it took for the first 1,000 and how long for the second. Because I know it was something like that. It took her about a year to get her first 1,000. I think she hit 1,000 in February, and I think she hit 2,000 by like March or April. So once it gets rolling, it grows very quickly. Alex Yedov, hi, good morning. And yeah, if you didn't see last week's live stream, check it out, because it's all we talked about was get 1,000 subscribers and what I did with the channel to get there. Because I think this channel was there was a lot more. It's a lot easier for me to connect this channel with channels like yours, because I started this one from scratch, whereas my other channel, I started it in probably 2008, and it just sat there for years and years and years, and I never really did anything of substance with it. But yeah, this one started just over a year ago, and oh, there's Christia. $10 months for the first 1,000 and 3 months for the second 1,000. So that gives you a pretty good idea. And there we have it. All right, guys, so that's all the questions that I had on this end. If you guys have questions, fire away. Let me know anything to do with your channel, about money, about brand deals, about more subscribers, more views, what kind of workouts to do. You guys let me know. This was just kind of a free-for-all today. I'd love to hear what your pain points are, what you're dealing with. And if you have nothing, then we can very slowly call it a day as well. Either works. I'm just glad I got on before the long weekend. And by all means, if you guys haven't had a chance to hit the like button, I would love it if you would hit the like button on this if you're enjoying it. It always helps, your likes, your comments. They help the channel grow. So I'm not afraid to ask for them. If any of you are looking for more specific advice on your channels, I usually mention it once every episode. buymeacoffee.com/trainerhub. There's everything on there. There are products on there like interval timers. There's email templates for approaching companies with sponsorships. There's actually a video on the channel about how I contacted 250 brands and got 3 sponsors out of it. But those 3 sponsors are the equivalent of a salary. So there's some stuff on there. And there's also, I do one-on-one consultations over Zoom, where we can basically break down your channel, do a full channel audit, feel what the pain points are, what needs to be done, and kind of give you a roadmap to get started. There's YouTube launch programs, there's membership, there's a lot of stuff there. Check it out. You can follow me and buy me a coffee without buying anything. So if something may come up that helps you or benefits you, if not, then no foul, no harm, how that goes. One of the videos that somebody actually asked me last week about how to set up a Buy Me a Coffee account. So I may actually do a video on that. I'm not sure if it's going to be for members or if I'll just do it for the main channel. But if you guys would like to see a video like that, let me know. I just took it for granted that it was just self-explanatory, but it may help just to have kind of lay out what you can sell on there, what you can do, and how you can set it up so it doesn't seem like you're panhandling. If you guys think that's a good idea, let me know in the comments, and I will certainly listen. If enough of you want to see it, I'll make it a public video. All right. Last minute, we'll see if there's any questions coming up, guys. If not, we'll call it a day. Hope everybody's got some nice plans to get outside for the long weekend. We're still on emergency lockdown here in Toronto, but it seems like it's getting a little better. And I get my vaccination next Friday, I guess. So I'll be somewhat safe by then, I hope. Oh, Drea? Let me ask, do you prefer editing software? I'm using DaVinci at the moment. I like it. Just not sure if there's something better suited for fitness videos. I've used Final Cut Pro for a long time. For the last 3 years, I've used Adobe Premiere, which I really like. I have DaVinci. I use DaVinci for color correction and color balancing on projects, but I don't usually use it for my fitness videos. That's another video that I might actually do is kind of a tutorial on DaVinci, and then I can compare the two for editing fitness videos. But as of right now, without a lot of experience editing with DaVinci, I do like Adobe Premiere. It's pretty user-friendly. There's a lot of different graphic templates you can use for titles and lower thirds and things like that, little things that can just kind of add little bits of polish to your videos if you need that. So yeah, but I hear of more and more people that are using DaVinci now. So I don't want to pass judgment on it. I think I'll probably still kind of saying Premiere is the better of the two for this kind of editing. But yeah, if you've got DaVinci and it's and you've purchased it and that, I think I've heard a lot of good things about it. The only thing I don't know about it is how user-friendly the interface is. Because if you're not an experienced editor, it could be a much more difficult process. Whereas Premiere is pretty streamlined and straightforward and click and drag and all that kind of stuff. So that's about as much as I can say about it. But I have I have DaVinci on my computer, and I think I'm going to try maybe editing a video on it and just see what the difference is and how it works for me, if it works any better. So kind of a non-answer answer if that says anything. But yeah, whenever it comes to this channel, guys, do not be afraid in the comments to ask questions, to request certain types of videos. The great thing now about doing these live streams is I have your voice and I'm able to speak directly to you guys. And you guys may be struggling with certain aspects of YouTube that I take for granted. Because I come into this as a professional producer. I understand how to do the whole process of shooting and editing. I work in sports marketing, so I understand that side of things pretty well. And there could be things that you're not as familiar with that I just don't realize. So don't ever be afraid to throw questions in the comments, request certain kinds of videos. I can't guarantee I'm going to get all of them done, but I'll definitely answer you if they come in. And that helps me because it helps me plan out what videos I'll be doing next. Like right now, I've probably got 8 or 9 videos in queue that I have to film and produce for this channel. This week, I just decided to do the live stream because I was so overdue for a workout video that I prioritized that, and then client stuff, and then this came third this week. All right, guys, excuse me. If that's it for questions, we will leave it at that for today. If any of you have not yet, be sure to head over to, we do have a private Facebook page. Let me get the link here for you. And it's a great spot to kind of continue the conversation. If you guys ever have questions, some people will actually post their videos on the Facebook page and get feedback from other creators, which helps a lot. So it's facebook.com/group/fitness-marketing-hub-YT. So definitely jump over there. And again, same thing, that whole platform is for you guys. It's for you guys to speak to each other, to ask questions. Like not everything always gets covered in live streams and videos. So you may just have a small question or you may be experiencing a problem editing. You can throw it up there and more people than just me will answer you. I also think it's a great way to get feedback, constructive feedback on your videos. You know, if you're not sure of your workouts, if you think there could be issues, rather than, you know, posting it on YouTube, maybe you throw up a link on Facebook and just ask people for feedback. The people in this group, I control who goes in and out of that group, and I make sure like it's not going to be anybody being rude or obnoxious to you. They're going to give you just positive feedback and things you can improve upon, and hopefully we'll help you with, because these are people going through the exact same issues that you may be going through trying to grow your channel. So, Andrea, I'd love to see your thoughts on DaVinci. It seems easy if you know what you're doing. Yeah, and I think too, it comes down to, I know DaVinci is great for film editing and color correction, stuff like that, but just doing a general traditional fitness video, I think being specific with that would be a great niche for me to kind of take and see like what's the easiest way to do a fitness video, DaVinci or Adobe Premiere, because I know a lot of you are trying to figure which one to get. So I will do that. I will add that to my list, and I hope you guys all have a great weekend, and I will talk to you all soon. We'll be coming up next week, most likely there'll be a live stream at some point. You guys let me know if there's a particular day or time that works better for you. I'm kind of curious. It's always been Wednesdays at 10. That's what we try and keep it as, but I'm not adverse to adding a second live stream, doing an evening one, doing a weekend one, just keeping with Wednesdays. You guys let me know in the comments, and I am listening. So have a great long weekend, you guys. Stay safe. Wear your mask if you have to, and I will talk to you all very soon. Take care.